Mhm. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Pathway to Pleasure live Facebook at 12:30 here on Wednesday. It's such a beautiful thing to be here with you. I am talking today about a. Let me hold on. Let me just take a deep breath here. There was something on my screen popped up. I'm like, what's that? I was not very present. Okay, so let me get back to here. It's perfect. This is perfect intro to why rituals, altars are very vital in our life, and it's something I'm very passionate about, and I love speaking about. So I've done this a few lives before. I've cleansed our space, and this is just another part of a ritual, something that you can bring in to your daily life, whether it's something in the morning that you want to do before your meditation, whether it's something you want to do, right when you wake up or right before you go to bed. But using sage, white sage, as a smudge. The smoke is so very sacred. It's so very cleansing. And I'll just mirror or just teach you what I do here. So usually have this ceramic container so I can hold it. um, there's a lot of saging kits out there that are, you can find them on Amazon, or if you want to be a little bit more conscious of where you buy things, you can buy them. I like using the Four Visions Market. They have a little smudging kit. Actually, I just bought my dad one for when he was here visiting. He's like, "What's all that smudging thing stuff you do?" So I bought him a little kit. So it comes like with a shell, a little stand, a feather, and then some sage. So uh, I do recommend getting a lighter that's somewhat similar to like a blowtorch, because it's a lot quicker and faster to light it, and you actually get more lit at one time. So when I start to smudge, I always think before I actually fan out the flame, as the flame is there in the container, and that one out, but when the flame is there, I give thanks to Grandfather Fire. I give thanks to Grandfather Fire for his life-giving elements. When humans discovered fire, our whole life changed. So fire is truly a life-giving element. And then I fan the flame out. People have different thoughts about this, about blowing it out. You're actually blowing out your stuff into the sage. I think it's fine if you are just by yourself. But if you are sharing the smudge with people, you don't want to blow your stuff into it to blow out of the fire. You just fan out the flame, and you can use the feather for that. So using the sacred smoke and fanning it, if you're just doing yourself, you're going to bring the sacred smoke over your head. I like to concentrate on my heart, on my womb. I like to concentrate on my organs, my liver, bringing it into the back of me for my um, kidneys, adrenals, down by my womb, my uterus, just really fanning that sacred smoke for purification and cleansing. And like I said, it's something to be done very beautifully in the morning as you're starting your day and as you're ending your day, to clearing off any residue, any energetic residue from your day. So a couple things today. I wanted to show a little bit about an altar. I'm actually sitting in front of one that I have in the bedroom. I have one in by my desk in my office, and that's basically my indoor one that I go to if it's raining outside. And then I have a beautiful little altar on a tree trunk under a tree outside under my prayer flags, and I have different stones and crystals there. So that's usually where I go in the morning for my cacao and my meditation. So why are rituals important? Rituals have been a part of humanity forever. We've used rituals to call in spirits, to get messages from spirits, to be guided by spirits. We've used rituals to honor our gods, honor the goddesses. We've used rituals in the changing of seasons. There's several religions who have certain rituals. However, the thing about rituals is they can become an unconscious habit, meaning, and this is just as I was kind of thinking about what am I going to say today, I just got this memory of I grew up Catholic, and going into the churches and having the holy water right before you entered the actual sanctuary space. And you're supposed to take the holy water and do the sign of the cross over yourself. And I was just reflecting on how habitual that is. It's like, oh, this is what we do. We poke our hand in the water and then we bless ourselves. And how beautiful would it have been if I was more conscious and had more awareness to actually stop in front of that water, bless it, because let's be honest, lots of people are putting their fingers in that water, lots of energies getting in that water, blessing that it's holy water. However, I think it still could use a little boost, bringing in light and love into this already healing water, and very ritualistically placing my fingers in the water and anointing myself consciously and saying those words that are said with consciousness. Because if it's just done haphazardly, it really doesn't mean anything. It's like you can check that off your list and not feel guilty that, all right, I won't feel guilty because I just did that. However, there's a lack of consciousness in there. And if you choose to start bringing rituals into your life, altars and ceremonies, you really have to make that decision that you're going to do it consciously, at least being aware of when you are not doing it consciously. And I catch myself at times, especially in the morning when I'm preparing my cacao, I have a certain prayers that I say over it, and it could become just very habitual. And I catch myself when I am not being present because I am forgetting what I want to say, and I'm getting kind of confused of, did I just already say this? So when we're questioning, like, did I already say that? You're not present. So just bringing yourself back, just giving yourself that permission to say, okay, I wasn't present. Okay, let me deep breathe. Let me ground myself back, just like I did at the beginning of this talk here. Is I sensed that I had been distracted, and immediately was like, no, I'm bringing myself back to this present moment. So rituals. So I actually, I have quite a few books on rituals and ceremony. And one thing that some people don't think about as ritual is how you adorn yourself. So it's important to adorn yourself every day with items that really make you feel good, that lift your vibration, that are maybe some talismans for you, like knowing that when you wear this, you are embodying a certain kind of energy, maybe a certain archetype. So for me, when I put my feather earrings on, I really feel connected to that medicine wise woman inside of me. that very grounded Mama Earth, very at peace and present. And so those days where I might find myself feeling a little bit scattered, or even just feeling really, really damn good, I tend to wear these feathers, because they are very, they're very ceremonial to me. They represent, like I said, the earth to me. Feathers have been part of my life for many, many years as guidance from my ancestors. So when I wear feathers, I feel connected to their wisdom. So it's finding things that, it could be a bracelet, a ring, a necklace, something that you can wear, just as a reminder of the beauty that you are, that of the what brings you the confidence, what brings you presence and sacredness into your life. So one of the things that I love to make sure that all my altars have, and these are even altars that I set up in my women's circles, that they have representation of earth, air, fire, and water. Because those elements are in the world, the external world, and they are in our inner world. So there's a beautiful song called Earth, My Body. And the song goes, Earth, my body. Usually I sing this. Earth, my body, fire, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. So we want to have elements on our altar that represent those. So earth, I'll just see what we got here. I don't know if you guys can really kind of see. So my candles, earth. What can we have at earth? I have crystals. I have a quartz crystals here, and this beautiful crystal that I picked up. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I was just drawn to the beautiful blue and the white chalky veins in it. So I also have other little crystals and stones on this altar as well. Fire, as you can see, I have multitudes of fire going on there. Air is, I usually use a feather for that, which you can use in your smudging as well. And water. So this little container has water in it. So all the elements are represented on that. Some people like to put pictures of their loved ones, their ancestors who have passed on, or somebody in their life who has really been this angel on earth for them. They put pictures of them on their altar. You can put fresh flowers on your altar. That's a beautiful thing to do. Just remember always to keep fresh flowers and not have any dead flowers on your altar or in your home. I used to have this on my altar, this rattle, until my dog became interested in this rattle. So now it's up on a higher ground. However, you can put any instruments that you like, rattles. Those are beautiful. Those are beautiful to use when you're sitting down for your meditation, to clear the space, to move energy. This is a chapaka. This is a ceremonial fan. It's used to remove blockages get energy moving, to release attachments. So if I am feeling some interference frequencies around me, if I'm feeling that I've kind of, gotten some energetic attachments to me that don't feel really good, that aren't my energies, I actually use this to clear the energy from me. So there's lots of tools to take into and place on your altar or use in your rituals, for your meditations, for your clearings, or in ceremonies. There's and probably I can talk about this I'll talk about this now. There are actually two ceremonies that actually three that I absolutely love, especially for women. Is one ceremony that I did, gosh, probably 6 years ago, when my ex got remarried. I actually had a ceremony where I married myself, and I got this crown of flowers, and I set up this beautiful space in my backyard with a blanket and crystals all around and candles. And I had a music playlist, and I wrote down some prayers, and actually I wrote down vows to myself, and I still have them, and I look at them every once in a while. But it was a ceremony, like it was very intentional, where everything was placed, what was actually allowed in the space, and intentional of why I was performing the ceremony. So that's a beautiful thing to do. If you are coming out of a long relationship, or if you just really want to get back in connection with yourself and to come back into sovereignty with yourself. Setting vows and saying them out loud to yourself is very, very powerful. Another beautiful ceremony to do that I have done is a croning ceremony. So this is done for women who are 50 years and older, and or who are in menopause. So basically, the wise woman stage of a woman's life. And the croning ceremony, again, it's just honoring this transition from that mother, either whether you were a physical mother or not, you were in that mothering stage, and moving into that crone, that wise woman, and really embracing all of the gifts that come at this stage, the freedom, the I don't give a fuck about some things or most things, the moving into your true authentic self. And it's usually in this time period where a lot of women go through substantial growth, inner growth. And so it needs to be honored, I believe. So that's a beautiful ceremony to do. Another one that I have done for someone else, the people, is called Mother's Blessings, and that is kind of taking a old ritual, and something that was done more when we were in community and tribes, for the mother who is about to give birth. So it's not a baby shower per se. It's the honoring of the mother, of the woman from maiden to mother, or if she's already a mother, going into having another baby. So that is a beautiful ceremony, as an honoring of her of her journey and where she will be going in her birthing journey as well. So as you can see, there's beauty in bringing intentionality to the transitions in our life, the honoring of it. There's a tendency, I believe, for a lot of humans to see that a change, um, sometimes change isn't good, or it's a change I didn't ask for, or you know, a resistance to this change. And I believe that ritualistic ceremonies help change the lens and give a different perspective and bring beauty into this change, beauty into this new way of being. And because we are changing so much right now, our physical bodies are changing to become more lighter, so we are going through a lot, spiritually and emotionally and physically, is honoring those small changes, honoring those small transitions is so beautiful, to connect back to the earth, to connect back to our soul, and remember that this in this body is a very short amount of time, that we are infinite divine beings, that we are eternal, and we've been here many times, and we will continue to come back, um, as many times as is needed until our soul has learned and moved on to what it came here to do. So bringing in, so it's, to me, having an altar in the house is a necessity. It's a place where you can go for your quiet time, to just be, a place that is beautiful to you, that has meaning to you. And that's really what is most important, is that it has meaning to you. That when you look at your altar, your altars, when you adorn yourself with jewelry, um, even tattoos, clothing, it's bringing beauty to your life, and it's inspiring to you. It makes your soul leap in joy. And that's how you know that your altar is of the highest vibration for you, is when you can look at your altar and say, yes, this lights me up. I feel at home here. And that's what's most important. And going through life and learning and being present and using discernment, learning to make everything a little ritual. And the more you practice, the more you can see and they talk about this in mindfulness, like even brushing your teeth, washing your face. A lot of us spend a lot of money on good facial products or skincare products. But how often do you actually spend time with these products and smell them and connect with them with the intention? And what is your intention with using these products? The more we get in touch with that in our lives, I believe the less materialistic that we can become, the less externally motivated we are, and we just become more connected to the inner guidance of ourselves, our soul, our spirit. Like, we are on that path of being spirit led because we have made room for spirit to come into our lives through our presence, through this mindfulness, through our rituals, through our ceremony. We are opening up to say, yes, I trust. I know that there is a greater force out there, greater force of love and light that only wants the best for me. And I trust in that guidance, and I open myself up to receive this guidance from Creator, from Source. So hopefully this little chat inspires you a little bit. If you don't already have an altar, if you're not already bringing rituals into your life, please just just try a little by little. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Again, it's something that brings you joy, that lights you up, and something that helps you to reconnect to our earth, reconnect to Creator, and reconnect to your highest self. Much love, everyone.